Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and man, is the History Channel weird. So on the show, The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, in Season 4, they have this big government meeting episode where they talk about the different experiments that they've done on Skinwalker Ranch. I watched this particular clip from the History Channel YouTube page because the thumbnail said, "We found a wormhole." So the clip I'm about to show you is about a minute long, but I can't just let the minute run straight. So I am going to pause in the middle of it in order to give my thoughts. But essentially what they're about to present is supposed evidence, and they call it scientific evidence, for the existence of a wormhole on Earth, which is so wild. It's probably one of the wildest claims. If you guys haven't seen my recent videos about Chris Blesdo, where they essentially study this guy named Chris Blesdo who claims that he can summon UFOs with his mind, essentially combining superpower stuff and alien stuff into a paranormal investigation. This honestly feels maybe not as crazy as that, but pretty crazy, I would say. It might be crazier, to be honest, because wormholes come with so many implications, but I'm rambling on now. You guys want to see this clip.
A high-powered rocket capable of reaching a speed of 800 miles per hour and an altitude of 10,000 feet seems to have just vanished after we launched it up through the anomalous zone above the triangle.
So they're in Skinwalker Ranch, and they claim that there's this thing called the triangle. Again, this is a clip, so I don't have all the context, right? But they're in Skinwalker Ranch, and I guess similar to how there's the Bermuda Triangle, I guess there's a Skinwalker Ranch triangle, and they were trying to launch a rocket up to investigate the Skinwalker Ranch triangle. But when they launch the rocket, it disappears. For whatever reason, the rocket doesn't seem like it comes back down. They don't find the rocket. That being said, I watched the video that this clip is from. It didn't even look like they tried to look around for it. They say stuff like, well, if it fell, it should have made a sound or something. No one's okay, send everybody out in all directions. It must have went somewhere. They just shoot it up, and when it doesn't fall right back down where they shot it, they just go, it vanished. Which is such a big claim to just say that because you didn't see it fall and you didn't hear it fall, that it just didn't fall. It's actually really interesting to be this is confirmed evidence that it is gone. It just left entirely. That just seems like such a wild thing to say. But let's continue the clip.
Who knows what happened to that rocket? Who knows where it went? I mean, it went out of sight, and I've never heard it come down. Nope. I don't know what happened to it.
You didn't look. You didn't look to try and see where it went.
What's most incredible about this is that 10,000 feet above the triangle is right where a radar balloon scan that we conducted earlier this year detected a shift in time of a quarter of a second.
Now, when they say that the weather balloon thing detected a shift in time of a quarter of a second, my first thought is data error, right? The weather balloon thing that you sent up just had an error in the clock or whatever, so it didn't log the time properly or something. They're nah, bro, the weather balloon went through the triangle and I guess got shifted out of sync with time. The only reason why they're bringing up the weather balloon thing in relation to the rocket thing is so that they can try and say that above Skinwalker Ranch there's some space-time anomaly, essentially a portal through space and time, which is wild. What a weird claim, when it seems like the easier explanation for both things is that you didn't look for the rocket. If the rocket can go as fast as they say it can go, then who's to say that when it like shoots up at that speed that it doesn't like arc really hard when it like has to come back down? So instead of going straight up, straight down, what if it goes woo and it lands far away from you so you wouldn't see it? And because it lands so far away, you don't hear it. Especially because they're doing this test at night. It's just dark outside. It's just like maybe if you did it during the daytime, you could just see where it landed over somewhere else. And there's not a clip of them being like, we came back in the day and then we found the rocket. They don't do anything like that. It's just like, oh, we shot it at night and we couldn't find it. I guess it went into a wormhole. Only explanation. Only thing that it could have been clearly. Obvious wormhole. Got him. And then with this weather balloon thing, it lost time. It lost time. Are they claiming that the balloon went through the wormhole and came back out, but the rocket went into the wormhole and never returned? Like, what are the implications here? Let's let it ride a little bit.
Go for launch.
Off it goes.
We lost a quarter second of time. Really? For data like this, a quarter of a second is huge. And believe it or not,
What kind of data was the weather balloon trying to get? You know, my question is, because I don't have the full context, was the whole experiment, like the whole test that they're trying to do, hey, is there a wormhole here? Like, is that like what they were trying to get from it? Like, test if there was a wormhole? Or were they looking for something else? Because if someone told me that there was like a wormhole somewhere, I don't know if like a weather balloon would be my first go-to for like a wormhole. I'm not sure. This whole thing is like so odd. It's so odd. He's gonna make the big claim in this last part of the video. So let's hear him just say it straight out that wormhole is the conclusion they're going for.
believe it or not, that actually offers evidence of what many scientists, including Albert Einstein, have believed would be a side effect of a nearby traversable wormhole. And we've probably got about a high-powered rocket capable.
So there you go. He said it. Crazy. Crazy claim. I think what would be interesting, if they're going to make big claims like this on these shows, because they're wild claims, they need to do like a crossover thing. So the show that I've been reacting to, that History Channel does, is called Beyond Skinwalker Ranch. I specifically reacted to the episode about Chris Blesdo, the guy who can like summon UFOs. This is a different show called The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Woo! But like some of the same guys are on both shows or whatever. They should call in Chris Blesdo and see if he can summon a UFO in the triangle, and if the triangle traverses the wormhole. Sorry, if the UFO can traverse the triangle and go into the wormhole or something. Because I want to see how weird it can get. Ancient Aliens to me isn't this weird. It isn't as weird as like these shows. Because a lot of Ancient Aliens claims, they don't really claim like hard evidence for stuff. It'll be like, well, in stories about gods, they say that they come from the heavens. Space? Do-do-do-do. And that'll be like as crazy as it gets. Or like, here's an ancient cave drawing or hieroglyphic. Doesn't that look like a helicopter? Aliens? Do-do-do-do. Like, it'll be like really basic stuff like that. This is them like trying to assert that if you had like the right equipment, you could test and see if like a wormhole was somewhere on Earth. Or you could test and see if someone has the power to like summon aliens. And I think that's like so wild and so silly. So I had to share it with you guys. What do you guys think? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. And thank you all once again for watching. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the One Only. Logging out. Peace, guys. Check it about.